President Obama, bruised by the loss of that key Massachusetts Senate seat, he is shaking things up. He's bringing back the team that helped him win the White House in the first place to prevent, hopefully, he thinks, a possible Democratic disaster in the crucial 2010 midterm elections. ABC's Rachel Martin has the story from Washington. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning, Kate. That's right. Democrats are still feeling the pain after that tough loss last week, but they've now recruited a familiar face to help keep them back on track.
Spending real money.
David Plouffe's political savvy swept Barack Obama into office in 2008. Now the administration needs him again, this time to make sure they have enough seats in Congress to get anything done.
When people are unsettled and they're frustrated and they're dealing with economic angst, you have to run a really, really good campaign.
Bringing Plouffe back into the fold is a clear sign the administration is still reeling from the effects of Scott Brown's win in Massachusetts, which robbed Democrats of their 60-vote supermajority and put their agenda on the ropes.
It's a recognition that things need to go better in November than they went last Tuesday.
The surprise GOP win last week has put fire in the belly of other dark horse Republican candidates running as the everyman and modeling their campaigns after Brown's.
My name is Rick Barber. I'm running for Congress. Well, my name is Rick Barber. I'm running for Congress here in
Rick Barber owns and operates 2 pool halls in Montgomery, Alabama. He's been to Tea Party events around the country, but he's never run for political office until now.
If there ever was a time in our political landscape that an everyday guy like myself could get into Washington at the congressional level, this would be the year to do it.
He's against the Democrats' health care plan. He's for lower taxes and smaller government. But he's not in the bag for the Republicans either.
Thank you so much.
Tea Party leaders say Massachusetts was a rallying cry for Barber and others like him, and incumbents from both parties should be worried.
And you'll see a new generation of politicians that nobody knew, and perhaps they're amateurs, perhaps they've never run for office before. You're going to see some surprises.
Rick Barber told me that he was so concerned about health care reform that he traveled all the way from Alabama to Massachusetts to help campaign for Scott Brown. He says this year, all politics are national, and with major issues like health care reform still hanging in the balance, Kate, he may be right.
Okay, Rachel Martin, thank you. And Nightline co-anchor Terry Moran will delve deeper into all of this and the other hot political topics when he hosts This Week later this morning. He joins us now from Washington. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, Kate.
So let's start with David Plouffe. Maybe a lot of people don't know everything about him. He has made it no secret that he wants to really push through a Democratic agenda. Why is the president tapping him?
Well, he is the architect, isn't he, of Barack Obama's brilliant 2008 campaign. He brings to the table a brilliant mind and a kind of granular understanding of where those votes are for Democrats at the state, district, precinct level. He did it for Obama in 2008 with that social networking touch that the Obama campaign had. And this is really an admission by the White House political operation, not just that they might need that kind of technical help, but that this is an operation that has lacked zip, fire in the belly, really. And he brings, as you just pointed out, a willingness to mix it up and to want to drive that activist Democratic agenda forward.
And what does that mean for health care combined with Scott Brown's victory and all these other Republicans coming along here? What does it mean for health care?
Well, that is a very active question right now. There's no question that David Plouffe has recommended the Democrats find a way to push through major health care reform despite that Massachusetts victory by Scott Brown. The president, in a remarkable interview with George Stephanopoulos this week, seemed to just really dramatically scale back his ambitions. He said, let's just coalesce around some core elements: insurance reform, cost containment, and help to small businesses. He seemed to get very modest. So meanwhile, up on Capitol Hill, they're trying to figure out what to do now that they've lost that supermajority. Health care reform may not be dead, but it is on life support up there right now, although the Democrats feel they've got to pass something. Any bill the Democrats believe is better politically for them than no bill.